Which is better, fame or money? What will you do with fame? Fame is empty, whereas money is required for your day to day living. A certain amount of money for a reasonably comfortable living is required. Fame is empty. J. Krishnamurti says, all greatness is anonymous, whereas normally people want to lead, to be a great leader, identifying himself with a country, religion, or whatever. He wants to lead, he wants to be known, give himself a tremendous importance. But great things are anonymous. A person projects himself as a great ideal. He is going to reform the whole country, India. Since he wants that, he may well lead the procession. But is that a greatness? Greatness is not in getting publicized, in having your name appear everywhere, making people obey you. Greatness, J. Krishnamurti says, is something totally different. He says greatness is anonymous. Great things in the world are anonymous. It exists like truth. Truth is not in somebody's possession. It exists. It is impersonal and anonymous. If you say you have got truth, then you are not anonymous. You are making yourself more important than the truth. And an anonymous person will not be great in the sense of the world. He is not famous. A politician is known. That is his job. His job is to be known. But that is not greatness. That's what J. Krishnamurti says. Then Osho says about fame, fame is foolish. It is pointless and meaningless. Because every moment is born and dies like an incense stick. It burns out. So what is the fame in it? It is empty. There is no constant power. So if you are feeling happy inside, you don't bother about fame. That's what Osho says. If you are really happy about yourself, then you are not hankering after fame. You are just happy. You don't want, you need no recognition from others, no approval from others. Fame is sort of seeking approval from others, from everyone. But if you are happy with yourself, then you don't need the fame. You will be just happy. So then next we will see about money. Money definitely is required for a reasonably comfortable living. J. Krishnamurti says money has become important in all our lives for obvious reasons. If you have money, you have power, you can do anything. You can escape with whatever you do. You need not follow the law. You can hire lawyers and escape. You can hold money in a secret account. That wields an enormous power. That's why people are after money. And the opposite, without money, that also is a problem. The poor man always has to think about the money because he has to feed himself and he is dependent. He is hungry or has no shelter or clothes. So he has to think about money, work hard for it. So the rich always thinks about the money and the poor always thinks about the money. Both are not helpful. So you'll have to have a reasonable amount of money to have a reasonably comfortable life. Otherwise, you are going to think about money, both the extremes. Even the religion asks for money everywhere you go, whether you go to a temple or church, they ask for money. So that is how the world lives. But is it necessary? There is an answer from Osho. There are foolish people who expect bliss in money, but money has nothing to do with the bliss. Everything in nature does not require money, it comes on its own. If you are aware of all these things, then you will be aware of what money can give and what money cannot give. So there are people who hanker after money, only money, and they forgo their life. Same is the problem with the opposite. People who won't even touch money, they call themselves great monks. They are also in a way in the same league. Why should you do that? Go hungry. No need. Money is there, it serves its purpose. Use it for your living. God has nothing to do with money. A rich man can become meditative. So also a poor man, he can become meditative. And Osho says a poor man, it is more difficult because he knows the hunger. And if you tell him money is not required, he is not going to understand. It requires a tremendous intelligence. He knows the lack of money has put him in physical discomforts. Whereas it is easy for a rich man in a similar way, he is filled with money and he won't understand. Whereas a man who has a reasonable amount of money can understand it in a better way the limitations of money. So that is what Osho says. So in both money and fame, fame is empty, it does not get you anything. And if you are famous, people will be after your fame, money, and power. All the wrong people will be there surrounding you, and you won't get anything else. It is not going to give you a kind heart, compassion, or intelligence or meditation. Nothing. You won't get anything out of fame. Only wrong kind of people surrounding you. Whereas money is required for a reasonable amount of comfort, comfortable living. Too much money is a problem. You will be obsessed with that money. You will be serving that money, holding it, safeguarding it, multiplying it. And lack of money is also a problem because you again have to think about money, work for money, because you are not having your food or shelter or a reasonable amount of comfort. So, with this, we will end this episode. Stay with me for another episode. Subscribe to my channel and share this video. Thank you.